Well folks, welcome back to the workshop. We quick one here for you today. A Nilfisk Hoover with a broken lead. This is the Nilfisk Alto. So an Attix 30 model. Problem is the power cable. She's been fixed up before. We bought the job. But since then she's actually broken the cables again and she's burnt through the lead. She actually has burnt through all three leads as well. So I've cut the lead off. She's broken right up close to the machine. So it can't just stick on a plug. She's too stumpy. I stuck this one on just to run it. So it actually does still work. Motor's running. She's making all the right sounds. She's got suction. So it's only a lead it needs. Need to replace that. So this is just a video on how to actually replace the lead on a Nilfisk Hoover. Now, unlike some brands, have the lead going up into here, where you're going to get easy access and quickly change it. This Nilfisk actually has it coming in down here at the bottom, so you have to take off all of this black plastic cover to gain access to the lead, to trace it back over to the board over here. It means it's a little bit of a pain, and it takes a little bit of time to do, and a wee bit of stripping involved, but it's still doable. These Nilfisk machines, just like a pressure washer, are actually quite good quality. This one is quite a few years old and it's done quite a bit of work. But the cable itself mustn't be all that good. It's patched up there. It's broken here, just seems to be twisting luck. I'm breaking off the outer sheath and then must be breaking the leads inside. So it's just twisted and broken on a few different spots. Now it's actually just broken in half. So let's change this lead. First thing you want to remove is this top handle here. So remove the top cover. And once you have that off, there should be another screw down in here. That one's a T20. These ones are a T10. You can remove that whole top handle. Now with the handle off, them three screws out, there's actually nothing now holding down this entire plastic cover. All you have to do, give it a little wiggle, and it all lifts straight off. Now we have actually got access to the cable. Coming right here, running around here, and up into here to the switch. This board is just sitting there. Inside will be fairly black. That's all just the black graphite carbon off the brushes themselves as the motor's running. All we want to deal with is the lead itself. So it's a very basic setup. You've got your earth just folding over, running back to this common point, and your live and neutral is just running over here to this side of the switch. So it's got neutral on top, live on the bottom. And to get better access, to actually allow you to take this lead out, you can just lift this cover off. That's your whole run for your lead. Now the replacement you want to be like for like. So this here, if you give it a wee clean up here, you'll see is 3-core 1.5mm cable. And this is actually a HO5 cable. A little bit light, to be honest. It's a black rubberized flex cable, so it's nice and flexible and easy to use, easy to wrap up and actually put away again. You can use any type of cable you want. You can use blue, yellow Arctic cable if you want, whatever's handy, but it has to be 3-core 1.5. This black rubberized stuff is just about better, so I'm just going to use the same like for like. 3-core 1.5, but this time I'm going to actually fit HO7 cable. Same amount of copper inside, it's just the actual black sheath on the outside. It's that little bit thicker, but more heavy duty. Basically, just a little bit better overall for the likes of a hoover. So measure roughly how much you want to strip back. Just take off your outer sheath. Just take this wee cable clamp off. That's just to stop you pulling on the lead and pulling these connectors out. It just clamps the cable down to the actual hoover itself. Now I've already have a new plug fitted to this. I'm just going to reuse that. Put that there. Put your new cable on. Now this is a little bit heavier, but it'll still fit in, no problem. Just refit your cable clamp to hold it in place. Now for the actual spade connectors, you can use whatever you want, insulated, non-insulated. They're just crimp connectors. I'm just going to use the same ones for this here machine. Same as what's actually fitted. They're not insulated. They're clamped onto the cable as well. A bit of a stronger hold. That's what I have here, so that's just what I'm going to use. Now the earth lead is very long. It's going all the way up and around here. You could just cut it, make it shorter. The problem then, if this here cable clamp ever fails and somewhere were to pull the lead out, that means if it does get pulled out, the earth's still going to be connected. If you make that too short, whenever the cable's pulled, it's going to disconnect the earth and leave your live and neutral intact. So if anything shorts out to give you electric shock, your earth safety is gone. So don't actually clip the earth. If anything, make the live and neutral a little bit shorter. But the way they are here now, it's just fine. Just remove the insulation. Now these particular spade connectors require a different type of crimp. Normally it's just plain crimps for the insulated ones, they just crush. These ones here have two sets of teeth. One crimps it around. One crimps it around the cable, it's a bigger hole. Another one crimps it tight around the actual copper cable. Gives a good tight hold and a good tight fit. Now we can start removing the old cable. Take off this wee cable tie. We have neutral up top and live on the bottom. Just replace like for like. Simple as that. And leave that earth for the body there. We just put this earth over the top of it. You spread your wires out on there. Set your switch back down on top. That's us ready to go. Now, the motor in this is not actually serviceable. Some motors and hoovers, you can actually replace the brushes in them. This particular one has a case over the top, so you can't actually access the brushes. If you were to pop this case off, maybe you could, but generally, whenever these brushes wear out, the motor's basically gone anyway. The brushes on them are actually extremely long. Go from here all the way to the back. Whenever they go through that amount of brush, the motors are going to be pretty much worn out. To replace the motor on its own probably wouldn't be worth it. You could be paying a couple of hundred for that there. It'll actually be a complete kit. It'll have the impeller fan and casing attached at the bottom as well, so this won't actually just lift out here. You'd have to strip apart more of the machine to free out that motor. So generally with a hoover, even this Nilfisk, the most common thing you're going to replace is actually the lead itself. The brushes themselves should actually last longer, and when they do go, you can't actually replace them. Now the next bit we need is this plastic cover that sits on this way with this rubber grommet here sitting on top of the motor. It sits into these little slots here. These fins line up to. So the easiest way to get it on, let's line up this hole first on this here peg. It should just drop down. And your top cover should just slide over the top of everything else. What you might have to do is just lift this control panel with the switch, lift that up, give it a bit of clearance, and then let it drop down fully. Whenever the cover goes on, then it'll relocate the actual plate itself. That's it. Stick your screws back in, put the handle on, and that should be us good to go. Last thing we need then is a new plug. Obviously the old one will be a moulded plug. It'll actually be moulded onto the lead, so you can't take it off and reuse it. You have to actually fit a new plug. And as always, a few bootless ferrules just to keep things nice and neat. Make fitting a lot easier. When you're fitting plugs on any machine or tool, always try to get the one with an actual cable clamp inside of it, because you just don't know who's going to be using it. Anybody could be having it and swinging the thing around, or pulling it by the lead, or pulling the socket out by the cable. Actual cable clamp will stop them actually pulling out the cables themselves. Better quality and they last longer. Yes, sir. One Nilfisk Alto Attix 30. The new cable with a new 10-meter cable and plug should keep it running for a while longer. That's her, ready to go.